grade, right before my gymnasium studies were ending, and only 2 weeks before my first big set of exams, I was called valedictorian. And with the title comes the ceremony, the mom in tears in the first row, a shiny brand new dress, and the speech, which is honestly the last thing you want when you're a nerdy kid studying your ass off in order to get into your into your town's best high school. So one day, this literature professor comes to me. He used to have this greasy glasses and only like 3 hairs from one side of his head, covering his baldness all the way here. And he invited me during a break in his library. And he pulled out this yellow paper, disintegrating almost, with some ugly scribblings on it, and handed it to me. "This is your speech inspiration. Good luck." Thanks, I guess. I went home and I tried to understand what was written there, and I ended up writing a strikingly resembling speech. So I put on my new dress, I took the speech, and I went to the ceremony. And the ceremony happened in the school's gym, where the echo is louder than anything you can imagine. It's basically unforgiving of any sound louder than a whisper. So I was there, in front of the sea of people, parents, students, the girl who hated me because she wanted to deliver the speech. So I took a deep breath in, and I dove into my notes, word by word, in front of the microphone in a battle against that bloody echo. It was a horrendous experience. But, ladies and gentlemen, I can say that I came a long way since then. Not only am I now writing my own 100% original speeches, but I came to love delivering them. And I trained my voice to be louder than any bloody echo. And this is mostly thanks to Toastmasters. Besides our club's anniversary, today I am celebrating my 3 years of Toastmasters. And I couldn't be any more proud of my journey. I remember my first table topics, when my hands were flapping around my body uncontrollably. I remember my first prepared speech, where the title was "Break the Rules," where I shared my bohemian lifestyle of a freelancer drinking beer at 10 a.m. in the bathtub. Slowly I started talking about heavier stuff, so I opened up about my disastrous breakup and how I put myself back together after that. When I got a little bit more courageous, I started dipping my toes into the pool of storytelling, and I started sharing stories about my grandma, my brother, my friend that's been my lifelong crush. And when I felt really strong, I came to the stage and I delivered a speech about gender inequality and the difference in pay between men and women around the world. And with each speech delivery, I became a stronger person. Not only a stronger public speaker, but stronger as a person inside. And here's why. I used to suffer from severe anxiety, like probably 50% of us nowadays. And in my head, it was a battle, like, why do you want to do public speaking when you have anxiety? It's just, it doesn't match. But recently, I came to realize that at Toastmasters, when you're delivering a speech, anxiety is not necessarily justified, because you're presenting a speech in front of a group of friends. And what are friends if not forgiving? So what if I come here and I mess up, I forget an idea, or I freeze on stage? I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you, the people in front of me, will forgive me for this. The second thing I came to realize recently about Toastmasters is that this is a platform for us to share our ideas on a week-to-week basis. I don't know if there exists something like this in the world, but you come here and every Monday I get to hear you speak, and every every now and then I get to share my own thoughts with you. And this is so powerful. And thirdly, and most importantly for me, this is a place where I can vent. No fingers pointed at me and no judgments. I can come here and pour my heart out. You are my therapy group. When my mom was in hospital, I came here and I literally poured my heart out on what a spoiled brat I've been all my life and how I regret every single angry word I uttered at her. And you know what? After I delivered that speech, I felt a little bit more at ease with myself. I felt a little bit more calm, more accepting. So this is what Toastmasters, this is the power of Toastmasters in the end. It's, you know, the simple act of speaking up can clean your soul. I came a long way in my Toastmasters journey, and as I said, I'm really proud of it. And I am so thankful to be here because I've got you, my friends. I've got you, the place I can share my big ideas. And I've got you, my therapy group. So if I could go back in time to that 15-year-old Cami, I would tell her, go back to Mr. Greasy Glasses, give him his paper, and tell him, you know what? I'm gonna do my own speech.